Hello, welcome to Overcoming the Stigma, Overcoming Spotlight. So I have decided to do the Overcoming Spotlight. The Overcoming Spotlight is when I spotlight one of my overcomers. I met this amazing young lady. I swear, I think we met through social media or YouTube or that nature. She is from Canada, guys. So I'm so excited to talk to her today. We're going to interview her and just ask her some questions on how she overcame the stigma, how she came in contact with me, how did I help her in any way. But I will let you guys, she is dear and near to my heart because she is on my team. She is my lover. Right now, we've been struggling like crazy, and she's been holding on with her lipstick on, which she got a bad makeup line, which I'm going to let her share with you guys. So basically, you will not be able to see her this time. Don't be fret. I'm going to figure out how to do that. But right now, I have her on Zoom because she's in Canada and I'm not paying long distance. So with that being said, she's on Zoom. I'm going to ask her questions and things of that nature, and you're going to be able to hear her. So with that being said, we're going to get started. So, Monique, introduce yourself. So tell me your name, which her name is Monique, your name, your age, and your location.
Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Monique, and my age, I'm 30.
Monique, you ain't 30.
And, pardon me?
You are not 30.
I'm 30.
No, you not.
Yeah.
Girl, you look good.
I'm located in the sixth. Drake's my neighbor, or something like that.
Who's your neighbor?
Drake, you know?
Oh, Nito.
He's not really my neighbor.
I know, you being silly. Okay. Okay, so how did you contract herpes? Tell the story.
To be very honest, now that I think about it more and more each day, I don't really know.
You and the whole club.
So, I just know that I found out when I was in a long-term relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And when I questioned him about it, he didn't know nothing. I didn't know nothing. And I took it for what it was and just kept it going with life.
Okay. How did you find out? Like, were you having an outbreak, or tell us exactly what you seen, what you felt to make you go to the doctor to find this out, and then have to tell your boyfriend this, and it's kind of like rattle your relationship a little bit.
Okay. Well, what happened was I had an outbreak previously before that, and I went to a walk-in clinic, and basically they're like, "Oh, just take this cream, whatever."
Okay.
And the interesting part about that is I get outbreaks near my belly button.
Wow.
I don't get cold sore outbreaks or vaginal outbreaks. So I got it near my belly button. So the first time I got that, I thought that was really weird. And then the second time it happened, I'm like, well, it's coming up in the same location. So this is kind of interesting. So then I went back to the walk-in clinic because at this time I'm young. You don't really have
How old were you?
A doctor.
How old were you at that time?
I was 23 or 24.
Oh, it been some time, y'all.
Yeah, so I went to the doctor, and the doctor looked at me like, "Oh, yeah, that looks like herpes." And I'm like,
Excuse me? Excuse me, you're saying it like it's okay. Like, this is not okay.
Yeah. So he told me, he's like, "Yeah, that looks like, herpes, and what you're going to do, I'm going to swab it and send it to the lab, but I'm pretty sure it is what it is."
Okay.
And so you're leaving in shock at this point because you're like, what I knew about it was it's an STD, a sexually transmitted disease. So I'm like, oh my goodness. And so I got into my car, and all I could do was cry, and then I called my support team because I have 3 sisters. So I basically called them and let them know the deal. And that's how I found out. I think they called me back maybe with your results, but the conversation to have with my boyfriend or whatever he was at that time, because I think we were kind of shaky.
Mm-hmm.
I went to him and let him know because he was separated, and not only was that the case, but I know that he tried other things while he was in his marriage. Right?
Oh.
I was like, you brought shiznits over.
Right.
let your partner go testing, but the system said to him, or the doctor said to him, or you have an outbreak? No. Well, then there's nothing really for any of us to do. So that was that.
Okay. So, well, you basically told you your first reaction. You cried. I mean, who wouldn't? I cried my eyes out. I cried my eyes out. And for you to have it in that location, as we know, guys, herpes is a skin-to-skin contact. Like, it's contracted through skin to skin. So, as you can see, it was on her belly button. So, clearly, her partner was having an outbreak at the time, or he was shedding at the time, and he touched her belly button with his penis or his mouth. One of the other. So with that being said, guys, you got to truly understand it's skin to skin. It's not like other STDs. It doesn't function the same way. And I think that's what freaks people out to a certain extent, and they don't understand it, because you told me it's STD, that means I have to be having oral sex or vaginal sex or anal sex, and that is not the case for us. You can get herpes wherever, guys, and I know that's scary a little bit, but y'all know me. That's what I do. I'm going to educate you. So you can get it on your mouth, you can get it on your stomach, you can get it on your hands, you can get it on your legs, you can get it in your inner thighs, outer thighs, booty, all of that on your leg. You can get it everywhere. It could be in the weirdest places. So my whole thing is it's very, 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 very vital to always ask your partner questions. Like, we got to, and we don't talk about this. Number one, we don't talk about it because it's not talked about. And number two, they don't test us for it. So why talk about something they don't test us for, which we assume they do? So what did you know about herpes before you even got to this point? What did you know, Mo?
Not very much.
What did you know?
Not very much. A sexually transmitted. You know, it might have been something that I learned in that grade 9 physics.
Yes, girl. That thing that was just the nasty picture, and you like, ew.
Yeah, you're like, ew.
Right.
But I think for me, it was almost like, even in the situation, I kind of thought of it as a blessing in disguise, because I was like, it's somewhere where I'm not completely going to be shown to the world, or like I can basically hide it, right?
You can basically keep it away from your partner because it's on your tummy. Like, it's weird. It's like, just put a shirt on.
I mean, I'm not walking on the street with it on, like, I'm not having a cold sore.
Right. Which, as we know, people don't even look at cold sores as herpes. So that's just, it's totally different, because depending on where it's located, that's where the stigma lies. Cold sores is no stigma. Genital is stigma, but everybody don't understand those cold sores on your mouth are causing what probably caused her to get it on her stomach, Monique, to get it on her stomach, and how women get on their genitals or anal or blah, blah, and vice versa. So how did the herpes stigma affect you? Just being at 23 years old, how did that affect you? Were you in college? Where you just started working? You know, how did that affect your life? Or did it affect you at all? I can't hear you. Monique?
It wasn't.
Oh, I can't. Say it again. I ain't hear you.
I said it wasn't so much the stigma of, like, what people thought.
Right.
Because I didn't let anybody really know. But it was a stigma for myself. And when you Google things and you're like, oh my God, this is what I have to live with.
Right.
That was scary. And also growing up as a Christian and with my religion and how my walk with God, I was kind of like, why me, Lord? You know what I mean? Like, one of those questions. So it was kind of the stigma of, like, how did the church girl get caught with an STD?
So I want you to elaborate on this one, because this is very, very vital, because I struggle with this, and a lot of the women I come in contact are Christians, and that's very, very hard for us, because we know fornication is a no, motherfucking no. Okay? It's a no. We struggle with it. God loves us. How did you really deal with the fact that you knew, number one, you were sinning? We're just going to call it for what it was. You were sinning. You got an STD. How did you overcome that? And how did you gain your relationship back with God after that? Because I know you got a good relationship now. She was in the choir. The girl can sing, y'all. So, you know, things of that nature. So how did you come back after being in church all your life? How did you come back from that?
It's called forgiveness to yourself.
Oh my God, explain that, please, because people don't understand that.
When I allowed it to not to be a crutch, because for a long period of time, this was my secret for myself. So I would come to church, I would be broken, I would be crying, I would be, you know, that typical girl that like, oh my God, she's at the altar again.
Hello, I'm sorry. I was that girl. I stayed at the altar, boo-hooing all extra loud like somebody died.
Yeah. Where's the tissue box?
Right, I had the whole tissue box. I laid out in the floor, and they already done.
Right.
That was me.
So, it came to the point where with time, definitely over time,
right,
I grew and I understood how to forgive myself. Because as much as it's a cliche thing, he will only give you what you can bear.
I agree.
And I realized in my personal life and in my walk that I may not be a preacher, I may not be a psalmist, I may not be cutting an album, but if this is my story to help someone else, so be it. And when I started to think about those things, to say that if I was educated a little bit more on not even just STDs, but not having sex before marriage, then maybe I wouldn't have been in this situation. So if there was a little more conversations with younger women that, you know what I mean, maybe I wouldn't have been there. But really it came down to, for me, looking within myself and realizing how to forgive me for this situation.
I understand. You hit it on the head big time, and that was my biggest problem as well, is learning how to forgive myself. And I had to use the word to teach me that. So do you have a scripture or two that like was your go-tos, or something that you was like, you read it and you was like, oh my God, like, okay, he really do love me and I can get through this? Or did you have an aha moment?
You know what? As you said before, I'm a singer, so it wasn't a word, but it was a song.
Oh, what song was it?
So,
do you remember?
The song was by Todd Joe. I don't remember his name is, but it's he'll never walk on you, no never, no never. I'm trying to remember how it goes, but pulling me through. That's what the song is called.
Okay, go ahead and sing us a little bit. Sing a little bit. Go ahead. What's the song? I never heard it.
Pulling me. I'm trying to remember how it goes.
Oh.
Really, like I'm hitting the vamp, and I don't know.
And as soon as you lay your head tonight, you're gonna be like singing all night.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Yeah, but it was being that I'm a singer and
right.
I realized like the words really resonated to me in my heart. Realizing that it's not anybody else, but it's because of me that's pulling you through. And you're able to make it this far. You know what I mean? Like, not only was it just being herpes, but even in Christ and in my walk with God, I had an identity crisis. You know what I mean? Because you felt like people wanted you to be like this person. You had to look this way because for this person, you were like, you couldn't. It was like you can't find who you are, so you were doing all these things, and your back's against the wall now, and you're trying to figure out, okay, who am I? Like, it really came to a point where I had to ask myself, who am I? What do you want to do with life? What's your goal and aspirations? Because I know this, and I say this all the time to people at me, if you have no goal or have no vision, you're just going to be leading the blind leading the blind.
He said, with no vision, you will perish. He was not playing when he said that, because at the end of the day, I can piggyback off that. I thought that so many times, and I asked you, and I want you to elaborate on that, because at the end of the day, God have given us all an outlet, and we don't use it properly. My outlet is talking. I can talk you until the cows come home. Hers is singing. Yours may be poetry. Yours may be writing. Yours may be rapping. Yours may be something else. But my whole thing is, use that one thing that you so good at. And that's going to be the way you're going to tell your story. And a lot of people don't understand that. So at the end of the day, Monique going to write a song and she don't even know it. So with that being said, I'm declaring that Monique is going to write a song, and I want to hear it, and I'm going to play it for you guys whenever she do it and record it. So get ready, Monique. I'm calling you out. So with that being said, what is your relationship status at this time?
I am single.
Okay. All right. I think Mo is single by choice and not by force. Okay. She's gorgeous, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Herpes is not a reason, and I want you to piggyback off. Herpes will never keep you from getting a man. How many men did you? I don't really want to ask that question. Did you have problems finding a man after herpes, or even having sex after herpes?
Still pick, choose, and refuse.
Correct, though. So I want y'all to say that again. Pick, choose, and refuse. Oh, I like that. Pick, choose, and refuse. Okay, so at the end of the day, I want y'all to understand you still have to be able to pick a guy, choose him, and refuse him. And the same on his side. And I think we get stuck at the refuse. We think the refuse is refuse, and it's not pick, choose, and refuse. So, Monique, I'm going to steal that from you, and I'm going to put a hashtag Monique. Or the squiggly line Monique, like dash Monique, like created. Because that's really true. You have no problem with finding a man after that. Even if you choose to right now that she's single. I have been single with herpes, but I'm married now. But at the end of the day, it's a choice. And I know for a fact at her age, or she ain't even old, we still in the same Asperger. But at this moment, after being through this and learning so much about yourself and learning how dating is, sometimes you just choose to wait. You just choose to wait on somebody who's worthwhile. Can is that where you are? You're just waiting on somebody who's like worth your time? Or is it dating just that hard nowadays?
As we said in the beginning, I'm a business owner. So if you're not coming on my train, yeah, you may have to stay behind because, as I've been saying, I have a goal. So not because I have herpes means I'm not trying to achieve what I need to achieve. Mm-hmm. So, and because I have herpes does not mean I lower my standards.
Say that again, Monique. Please say that one more time. No low standards because you have herpes.
Because I have herpes does not mean I need to lower my standards.
Correct. And whoever told us that? Nobody told us that. That's what we believe. We believe if you got an STD, you're nothing. And honestly, STD ain't nothing but sex, y'all. It ain't nothing. And everybody is having sex. So what are we shaming? Being honest. What are we shaming when everybody's having sex? So Monique, you were right on the head. I want you to also explain what business do you do? The fact that you're talking about your business and your goals, things like that. What are you doing right now? What is your thing? What is your business? What is your passion?
I started a cosmetic line for women of color.
Ooh.
If you ever see what I look like, I'm dark skinned. And living in Canada.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I don't think black people live up here. Like
they do.
Black people don't exist in Canada according to the market.
I was so happy to find 3 girls from Canada. I was like, yes, there exist. The stereotypes on each country is stupid.
So what happened was I just couldn't find what I wanted. Mm-hmm. So basically, if you have a problem, find a solution. And I found a solution that works for me, and I've seen it work for other women. So I do foundations, concealers, lipsticks, lip glosses.
They're awesome, y'all. She got a ruby woo on her lips right now that is like popping. So just know when I get that lipstick on, which comes out in just a couple of weeks, and I'm gonna say, Monique, you need to order it. Like, cause this lipstick, she don't even have a liner on her lip. She don't even need it. And most lipsticks, you need a liner. Like, y'all can see my lip. I got on the pink. I got a liner on. She don't even have a liner on. That sucker went on perfect. Perfect.
Liquid matte. And it's evcosmetics.ca.
Say it again.
.ca. evcosmetics.ca. So that's EV as in Edward Victor Cosmetics.
All right, guys, check out her website for sure. The last thing I do want to ask is, what is one way? Well, 2 more questions. What is one way? How do you disclose? Because that's the question we always get. How do Monique disclose that she has herpes?
Well, okay, so I was telling some people this the other day. It really becomes a sales pitch. Like, I know it sounds weird.
You telling the truth.
It becomes a sales
You a businesswoman all day. Me too. Truthfully.
So, what you do now is you start off with a story. Sell them the emotion of the story. So my story is, I was in a long-term relationship. So, we had unprotected sex. However, I didn't ask all the right questions. And because I didn't ask the right questions, I found out that he gave me an STD. And then they look at you like, who?
You're like Scooby-Doo.
They look at you like, oh my God. And then you basically just break it down and you say, you know what? I got herpes. And they'll either ask you what it is or they'll say, I know what it is. And then from there, you just have dialogue. But it really is, as I said, it's a story, and you're selling your confidence in it. And I know in the beginning when I wasn't sure how to tell the story, if I didn't sell the confidence and how sure I was and how it was going to be, then they weren't going to buy it.
Oh, say it again, Monique. Very important that you have confidence before you disclose. I would never tell anybody to disclose if at an emotional point. If you cannot disclose without boo-hooing, you ain't ready. Other than your boyfriend. If it's your boyfriend or your husband, you're going to cry. I mean, yeah. But if it's you're stepping out of that, you're single, who's better at telling their story? Who good at it? And a lot of y'all are not good at telling this story. Okay? Y'all not. So with that being said, if you need help disclosing, reach out to me to uppercase H, help me disclose, and I'll help you disclose. We'll talk for 30 minutes to give you that confidence that you need. And then the last thing I want you to ask is, what would you say to somebody just found out? Just like you, 23 years old, or even that little woman. He didn't tell you the whole truth or what he had going on. What would you tell her, and how would you tell her to move past it?
First thing I'm going to say is cry, get mad.
Say it.
Let's not deny the feelings of being human.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cry.
Piddle party. I say kick it, pat. Piddle party.
Right. But get to the point now.
And things like that. But I couldn't go to the club. I had to find somebody to watch my baby. I couldn't, go to every event. Studying wasn't easy like it used to be. Spring break, a sister couldn't go no motherfucking where. I was sitting there with a baby. Everybody up there drinking, smoking, fucking. I couldn't do nothing. It wasn't fair. It wasn't fair. I was pissed. And it's the same thing with herpes. You can't have sex as freely as you used to. You can't just go out there, meet somebody, become your boyfriend, or girlfriend on the side, and you can have sex with them that easy. That is dead it. And it shouldn't be like that, but we do it. And we feel like that is our big takeaway, because now I can't have sex with no thoughts. And that's our problem. We're having sex with no thoughts. We're not asking no questions. We're not looking. We're not doing protection like we used to. And I'm not saying just randoms. I'm talking about in relationships. Until you have I'm talking about test results, everything, know that. And you will never know if somebody's cheating or not. But at the end of the day, you know as much as you can know. I would never tell you to use unprotected sex. That is our worst enemy. Most people are getting herpes in relationships. Most people are getting HIV in relationships. They're not getting it from out in the streets. They're getting it from a person they love and they think they can trust. So I say sometimes when you are in your relationship, you need to check character at all times. At all times. He step out on you, it's condoms from then on. And you test yourself every 3 months if you choose to stay. Do not be stupid. I'm just going to call it for what it is. Or let's do it like Jesus say, foolish. Okay? Don't be foolish. If you know that person's character, then you know how to respond based off their character. That means protect yourself. Even if you stay, because we do choose to stay. It's ways to move past. I'm not telling you there's nothing wrong with somebody stepping out. If they do, y'all choose the men, fine. That's up to you guys. I never will down anybody for doing that, because I know people who did that and their life is amazing with their partner now. So I would never tell you that. It's all about what you guys want. But at the end of the day, as women, we are the first person. We are the nurturers. We are the educationers. We're the teachers. And if we don't teach, they don't know. Being honest. So Monique, you got anything else you want to say? I do want to tell you I love you. I'm about to pour my heart to you. I love you. I don't know how long I've been knowing you, but I feel like soon as I talked to Monique, she was like, she reached out to me. She said, hey, I think you found me on YouTube, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so she found me on YouTube and she was like, hey, I want to do the same thing. I want to be an activist. I was like, cool, let's do it. We got on the phone. We got on this Zoom. And I swear to God, I felt like she was my sister. We was like, girl, yeah, me too. When she was like, you feel like my long life friend. And it felt like that automatic. And I think that's another thing with having herpes to a certain extent. When you don't have nobody and you find somebody, you like, oh, I love you. Like, I can get it. And that's the same way you find somebody who have the same type of interest. It makes life so much easier when you can relate. So with that being said, I love her. Since then, we've been hooked at the hip. She's the admin of the Overcomers. She's also a part of my team of the Overcoming the Stigma. And she's about to have her own. She's about to start her own soon. So when she starts her own, she will start off in Canada. So if you are in Canada soon enough, I want to connect you with Monique because the girls is bomb.com. She's bomb.com, okay? And she know her stuff. I swear we the same. We are the same. I swear. She's like my mama.
I'm not as educated. But the thing is, one thing I would like to say is the things that both of us say come out of love, right? Mm-hmm. And I find out that my love is kind of tough. It's a little rough. But it's because a lot of us, I know that we can do better. Mm-hmm. Also, when we're weak, we only pick up weak men. And they only cause nothing but strife and issues.
Oh my God, say that again. Oh, that's so true. You wonder why.
In a relationship?
Oh my God, say it. I told myself, if I still attract the same type of dudes, I haven't changed enough. Can you say that?
Agreed.
You know, so I feel like you want to know if you're changing. See if the same men approach you. After a while, men approached me saying, I know you married. And that's way before my husband came. So if you want to know if you changed, see how the men approach you. Men only approach women and run her amazing business. But I just want to say she is the first and she will never be the last because I want y'all to see her beautiful face with a beat face. You're going to come on here with a beat face, okay? Because I want them to see the work. Okay. So I want them to see her products are amazing. She's an amazing person. So if you are in Canada, reach out to me. I will connect you with Monique. If you are not ready to really deal with the real, she may not be the person you want to deal with quite yet. Okay. Cause she is not going to deal with the, I mean, she loves you. She loves you with love, but she tough love all the time. I'm a little different. I'm able to sift through your mess. Some people are not like that. You know, I'm a little different. I think God, you know, he made me a counselor. That's who I am. And then he made people who are straight to the forward. She's like Paul. I ain't got time for that crap. God told me to do this and you better get online or you gonna die. And I'm more like Jesus. I'm just like, oh, I love you. Tell me your story. Sit down at my feet. I talk to you all day.
It starts like that.
She a Paul all day, y'all. You Paul. I'm telling you, you Paul all day. You Paul all day. You rough on the edges, but you love hard. You rough on the edges because you like,
Amen.
Okay? But at the end of the day, I gave y'all that scenario because y'all can see our personalities. She's going to give it to you raw, and I'm going to be like the one caressing your hair and loving you and pulling you slowly. And she's going to be like, if you're going to get it together today or not. Didn't he tell you? You know, type thing. So with that being said, guys, work with us. If you with me, you with her. At the end of the day, you still get her love. Join the support group. We did change the policy on the group. So with the group, you must do a session with me now. You cannot just get in the group. The change for this is because we had a situation with some people getting in the group who got mental issues. Okay? I don't do mental issues. Okay? Some people are not fixable. Some people don't want to be fixed or don't want help. And when you don't want help, I don't help you. Be real. I don't help you. So with that being said, you must go through me now. You must. You got to go through me. So you got to sign up for a session, which is bit/, capital letters, I have it. That session is $35. I'm going to be real. You want to be here? You're going to pay for it. I am the best in the land with the best team in the world. I'm going to be real with you. Yeah. The ladies I have to support me is amazing. I have Monique. Y'all going to see Jasmine soon. Y'all going to see Crystal soon. Y'all going to see Lisa. Y'all going to see Samantha. These girls are powerful. And this ain't even all of us. It's 240 of us. Y'all ain't ready for us. We powerful, and it's some hard girls in this group. You can be like, hold up, wait, hold up, type thing. And they're absolutely beautiful. But at the end of the day, the only thing that makes us different that we have herpes. Other than that, can't tell us nothing. We bad still. So, I love you guys so much. I'm gonna let Monique go. So bye, Monique. Love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, honey.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting.
I'm going to take it off. Hold on, Monique. See, look, say hi.
Hi, guys. When I found out, there was no police. There was Google. That was it. And Google gave you half ass, okay? Or not even half. It gave you something.
So with that being said, guys, look at that lipstick, y'all. That lipstick is bad. All right, y'all. We're going to let Monique go. But with that being said, I love y'all. This is the Overcoming Spotlight, okay? You can go, Monique.
All right, later.
Okay, later. Okay, I'm letting her out. So this is the Overcoming Spotlight, guys, and this is what you're going to expect every Wednesday from Life to Go into Jesus Take Me Home. I'm going to do these, and I'm going to introduce you to women after women after women and men and all types of things for you to understand that you're not alone at all. Okay, so if you want to be an Overcoming Spotlight person, reach out to me at overcomingthestigma@gmail.com. In the subject, put Overcoming Spotlight, and I will talk to you, and we will set this all up. This will be every motherfucking Wednesday. I'm not going to tell you time frame because things are different with every person, but this will be placed on my Facebook and number one, my YouTube. So with that being said, guys, I love you so dearly. I gave you the information on how to reach out to me. Y'all know where I'm at. You can find me on YouTube at Belize Samuels. Watch all my videos. Find me on Facebook. I got a Facebook group, and then you can find me on my personal page. Like I said, if you want to be in a support group, you must do a session with me. There's no ifs, ands, buts about. Y'all know I have Overcoming Coaching. Right now, we got so much going on, and you do not want to miss it. So reach out to me so you can get a part of the group and you can really see the benefit of the group, because these ladies are special and I protect them, and I will do you the same. I will not let anybody else in this group who's going to cause any riffraff or any uproar around these women while they heal. This is the same way of looking at a burn unit. Nobody can go into the burn unit if they're not covered. If you're going into surgery, nobody can go into surgery without being covered. And I'm the same way with here. I'm going to give you your covering to get into this group. And other than that, if you don't have your covering, you can't